Hey guys, Saurabh here from Hope Languages. I'm here with a very special video today. We'll be studying today a topic of PTE which many people find very difficult. We'll be discussing reorder paragraphs. Guys, reorder paragraph, which a lot of people find difficult, especially given the time frame and everything of the reading. People actually are clueless about this section and how to do it and everything. So what we'll be doing is we'll be discussing the scoring criteria of this section, then we will be discussing how to attempt this section, and then we will be attempting few questions, and that's how you will solve your reorder paragraph. So let's start with few things. Let's first start with a brief introduction on your reorder paragraph. First of all, if you have never given PTE exam, this section comes under reading. It's generally the second or third question type. It's under your reading section. You have 2 to 3 reorder paragraphs in your exam. So just if you're watching this video to learn something out of it, I would recommend you to take a note of things that I tell you. So you get 2 to 3 reorder paragraphs in your exam. Now their mark weightage is not that much in your exam, but if you're giving your exam for the first time, or if you have understood the reading exam, this module can actually basically you may end up spending a lot of time in this module, and that is something we need to avoid. We need to understand how to attempt this module. We need to understand how you can make it more time efficient, and we need to understand how we can basically go through this section quicker so that we can move on to our fill in the blanks and other section. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First thing, with a marking criteria of reorder paragraph. For marking criteria, let's have a look at what Pearson says. Let's have a look at the official Pearson score guide. So that's okay, this is your official scoring guideline screenshot from Pearson, and if you look at it, they say a lot of sub skills are tested in this particular section. Actually, if you see, they have given a lot of things over here. Yeah, n number of sub skills is that they believe, if you look at this section, has been tested over here. But let's focus on few things. First, they say it is used to identify the relationship between the sentences. Now that's a very important thing if you're doing a reorder for the first time. If you want to get bit of an idea, this is how your reorder paragraph screen actually looks like, and these are the different paragraphs. These are the different paragraphs that you will be given in your exam, and you have to basically rearrange them in perfect order and bring them all over here after rearranging. So you have to basically rearrange all these paragraphs in a proper order. They are jumbled up. There are different sentences of one paragraph jumbled up. You have to just rearrange them in a perfect order. So what we'll do is we'll first understand a bit of a scoring criteria, and I'll take you back to what is identifying relationship between the sentences. Let's talk about the scoring criteria over here. Okay, in order to understand scoring criteria, let's see what Pearson has to say about the scoring criteria. So this is what Pearson says, that you get 1 point for each correct adjacent text box. This is the keyword over here, correct adjacent text box. Okay, adjacent, that's the word. Adjacent, what does it mean? It's things that are meant to be side by side to each other, or else we can simplify it by saying pairs. So you get correct points for making correct pairs. Remember this. This is very important. A lot of people make mistake over there. Remember that you're getting points for making pairs and not for the sequence. Of course, if your sequence is correct, pairs would be correct, but your actual points is for these pairs. Now let's understand these pairs with an example given over here. Let's say this is the type of sentence that you get in your exam, and for ease of understanding, let's call this particular text box or this particular sentence as sentence A, this one is B, this one is C, this one is D, and this one is E. Very simple. Let's call them A, B, C, D, E. Let's say the correct answer that you were meant to give in an exam is very simple. Usually it's not like that, but let's say it is simple: A, B, C, D, E. Let's say that's your correct answer. The correct answer is arranging them in the exact same sequence that they are given: A, B, C, D, E. If that's your correct answer, Now let's focus on what Pearson is asking for. It's asking for correct adjacent text box. So which are the adjacent text box over here, or which are the pairs? So your correct pairs would be one AB, then your second pair BC, CD and DE. So your correct pairs, I'll call it CP, is AB, BC, CD and DE. So you have 4 correct or 4 adjacent pairs in your answer. So basically this particular question will now be marked out of these 4 points based on how many pairs you get correct. Okay, this is where people make maximum mistake. Let me explain you once again how you can get your marks. Now as your correct answer was A, B, C, D, E. Generally what people try to do is they try to go with the topic sentence, then they try to go with the conclusion, and then they find the middle part, which is normally taught. But guys, this is not correct. I'll tell you why. Because if this is your correct answer, and let's say your answer is, you got the topic sentence correct, A, you got the ending part correct, that is E, you got the middle part correct as well, that is C, but these two are flipped over. Now let's compare your answer with the correct answer, that is A, B, C, D, E. In your answer, what are your pairs? It is AD, CB, BE, okay, AD, oh yeah, I missed DC. So AD, CB, BE, DC, or DC you can have it in middle, but these are your pairs. Now if I look at this and if I look at this, are any of the pairs in common? Is AB here? Is no. Is BC here? CB and BC, they are different. CB and AB, they are different, so I won't count this. Okay, CD, no. DC, no. So basically you get 0 out of 4, even though you have 1, 2, 3 placements correct. So beware of this section. Don't go with the placement, but go with the pairs. So by going with the pairs, let's say if you have identified the pairs first, let's say you answered something like this. You answered C, D, E, A, B. Now in this case, if we talk about only this particular case, you don't have any of the thing in correct sequence if you look at it closely. A, C, there's nothing in correct sequence if you look at it closely. But if we look at pair, CD, yes, that's one pair. DE, yes, that's one pair. AB, yes, that's one pair. So you get 3 out of 4 even though nothing was in correct sequence. This is the crucial information you need to understand before you attempt this, because if you go by the traditional method of finding the topic sentence and then story behind this or finding the conclusion, you may end up getting 0 by one normal goof up or one normal switch from here to there. So just make sure that instead of going by all this, you always go by pairs, or as said by Pearson, adjacent text boxes. So that's how you are scored. Make sure you remember this. We'll solve few examples practically so that you understand how to basically manipulate the system, how to use this pairing system to get a better idea of it.